the monorail tracks lead directly to the real heart of Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom. This, of course, is the place that most clearly reflects the man Walt Disney and the things he held to be of value. The wonders of nature, the fantasies of childhood, the spirit of America with nostalgia for the past and faith in the future, and above all, a sense of humor and fun. There is something for everyone in this Magic Kingdom.
No one would have ever guessed that a mouse would launch the most successful entertainment company in the world. Mickey Mouse was Walt Disney's key to success and in return became the symbol of one of the most powerful companies ever. Even more shocking is that one mouse could have such a profound impact on almost every person in a first world country. When Walt Disney World opened on October 1st, 1971, it immediately turned Central Florida from swampland to the busiest vacation destination in the world. 17 to 18 million estimated people walk through Disney's gates each year, with most people spending upwards of a week on property, according to Disney historian Kathy Murlock. This captive audience allows their vacation to be all Disney all the time. The company can pick what you see and what you don't. This takes the distractions of everyday life and prevents them from entering the vacation. This is the way Disney loves it to be. Disney has influence over almost every middle class or higher kid in the U.S., along with other countries around the globe. Children form ideas about the future, past, cultures, and morals on their early trips to Disney World. With each repeat visit, these concepts are solidified further, yet it is rarely asked if these concepts are the ones we want our children to learn. Is it okay to always have a happy ending, to make generalizations of others' cultures for entertainment, or to promote agendas through family entertainment platforms? These are the questions asked recently by parents and the Disney company alike, along with the company's ever-present competitors. The Disney parks have a great impact on kids' ideas and values as they grow up inside and outside of the park. The values and lessons taught may not always be perfect, but they allow children to learn the world isn't always what it seems like in the safety of childhood. It also creates a great American shared culture of Disney, things all adults can identify with and understand in the same ways. Walt Disney World influences children in three main ways. The parks reinstill the Republican family form through its conservative values and attitudes. These conservative attitudes stem from Walt Disney himself still. It also provides a basic understanding of American history along with the cultures of countries around the world. These views on culture and history help children to wonder more about the world they live in, while they may just be stereotypes and generalizations. Lastly, but most importantly, it imprints a shared experience on all Americans that can be easily recalled upon later in life. The Disneyization of society. Disney culture can be seen every day, no matter where on the globe you look. This takeover of a subculture into pop culture allows the Disney brand to become ever-influencing company. Alan Bryman has worked for the Disney company before and was in public relations, studying the best ways to have the most people hear the company's name. The way Disney is in our day-to-day lives and the impact it has on the world is developed in this source. It's the perfect free marketing strategy for the company, but some argue it has become too much too quickly. When Hollywood was right, how movie stars, studio moguls, and big business remade American politics. The coalition of Hollywood movie production elites after World War II to promote conservative values in the 1950s and 60s is the focus of this source. Rich Lowe is a political scientist who has taught at many respected universities over the years. Anti-communist sentiment and family values dominated both the back rooms and the big screen. Big names such as Walt Disney, the Warner Brothers, and Universal Studios headed up this value-based movement. Seen as a revival of the golden age of Hollywood, this source explains the impact of the film business on the public's views and thoughts. The impact of Hollywood is soon carried to Anaheim and Orlando in Disney's theme parks, and Walt's conservative views are still prominent in his parks. Critical theme parks. Disneyland, Disney, and the politics of theming. The political agenda of Walt Disney and the ways it snuck into his work is explored in this source. Walt Disney is a right-wing anti-communist at the helm of a children's entertainment company. Scholars and parents alike criticize how conservative values are the only ones highlighted in Disney productions and parks. This source explains the racism that may have been within the company and to what extent that affected the company. The minimal impact of these claims are also studied, as any smaller company would easily succumb to slander such as this. Lastly, the rules of how to correctly theme an area at a Disney park are explained. These processes have been perfected over the last half-century and are quite obvious to spot once you take a step back and examine the themed lands of the Disney parks. Power in Paradise in Walt Disney's World. In this book, the reasons behind Disney's ultra-effective theming and influence is explored. Kathy Murlock has been studying Disney's business model and the impact it has had on Central Florida for over 20 years. She addresses not only the structure of the company itself, she also looks at how things are presented in Walt Disney World bleeds outside the park as well. This source shows the effect of Disney values on children's views of the world for the rest of their lives, a concern for Disney and parents alike. Take a frown, turn it upside down, Splash Mountain. The controversial Disney film Song of the South and its attraction counterpart are examined in this source. Song of the South was pulled from the public shortly after World War II on racist terms. A stain on Disney's name, however, was reimagined into one of the most beloved attractions in Splash Mountain. The ride, with its iconic songs from the film itself, is based off of the non-viewable film. The process in which Disney corrected their previous mistake and the techniques used to blind the public from viewing or remembering Song of the South are explained in this source. Critics of Disney often jump to Splash Mountain as their key example, very understandably.